How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So about 2 weeks ago, I made a video going over the top insider buys and sales from the past week. And I asked you guys, do you like this type of content? And a lot of you guys said yes. So here we are. We're going to make another video going over the biggest insider buys from the last week and the sales, and just break down what these stocks are. We'll take a look at some charts as well. Nothing too crazy in this video, guys. So hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to StasSurFest.com/Moomoo, guys. It's free money, and of course, it helps out the channel. I appreciate you all as always. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. And by the way, these stocks are not meant for you to buy. These are just stocks that the big money, or at least some big money, some insiders are buying. And yeah, let's take a look at what these are and we'll break them down. So we can see clearly the overall stock market, there's no hiding it. It's been crushing it. SPY's pushing all-time highs as of last week, and so is Triple Q. So it's going to be interesting to see what people are buying out there, right? So let me show you this quickly. I'll pop over here to Safari. Bear with me, and we'll take a look at some of the biggest buys from the last week here. And by the way, let me know in the comments if you want me to continue this series. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. It shows me that you like this type of content and you want to see more of it. So at the top here, we have ticker symbol PBF, which is an energy company. Look at all these buys that came in last week, guys. I think the company is called PBF Energy Inc. We can see here millions of dollars were bought. It looks like here, who the heck is this, guys? I don't even know. Control Empresarial de Capital. I guess it's maybe a fund out of South America somewhere. I have no idea, guys. But it looks like they bought 600,000 shares at $44.13 on the 14th of June. And they also bought another 365,000 shares at $43 right here. That was on the 20th of June, so 2 days ago. And they bought even more on the 18th of June, 17th of June, 18th of, or actually, no, those are different stocks. Excuse me, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. So 3 buys on PBF Energy on the 18th, 20th, and the 14th, totaling about close to 1.2 million shares, right in that ballpark. And we're talking about $50 million almost, which is unbelievable. So they're adding a bunch to that PBF position. It looks like they're a representative of the company. I don't know the relationship here. It looks like additional representative of the company. Either way, that stock PBF, if I pull up the chart, you guys can see it's very beaten down, right? And again, just because people are buying these stocks, right, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go buy the stocks, but it is interesting to see where a lot of this big money is going, right? And it looks like this stock, an energy company, is a spot where a lot of the big money is going. And it looks like this stock is down from $63 all the way down to $43 per share, down 30% in the past couple of weeks / months. So it looks like there could be something there worth looking deeper into, right? So PBF is one of the biggest insider, or I guess just buys in general from the last week, right? And we can see, if we come down a little bit more, we have some other ones here. Looks like Iron, looks like Disc Medicine, a biotech company here, saw a huge gap down in May, ticker symbol IRON. It looks like the director here, a director, bought on June 17th. This line right here looks like they bought 220,000 shares at $36 per share. And it looks like that was an $8 million buy right there, which is pretty insane. And let me see, where is that stock at now? They bought at $36, and it looks like that's after we saw a huge gap down from April. Yeah, look at that massive gap down, guys. So it looks like they bought that right around here in this ballpark, and now it's at $44 per share. So it's popping up after that. So pretty interesting there, guys. Ticker symbol IRON. Let me see, what are some other notable tickers here. Looks like another buy here for PBF. There you go. Looks like ExxonMobil, a director there, bought some shares. Looks like 18,000 shares at $109 per share right here, or a $2 million buy came in on June 20th. So we're noticing a lot of energy stocks are being bought up here, right? A good amount of them, and biotech as well. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but energy stocks have actually gotten beaten down. I'm personally in XLE, an energy ETF, and this thing is down from $98 to now $89 over the last couple of months, so about 10%. So a lot of these big energy names are getting hit. Exxon's down, right? Chevron's down. Of course, we looked at PBF, that one's down. So people are buying up the dip on energy here, which is pretty interesting if you ask me, guys. And if we come down, oops, there's an ad. Let's close that. Sorry about that, guys. If we come down a little bit more, what else are people putting some big money into? Looks like, of course, the biggest buys were PBF in the past week, but we also have some notable buys in Clover, which I'm not sure if you guys saw. CLOV, a director, bought 877,000 shares at $1.14. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but Clover stock ended up going ballistic this past week. At one point, I think it was up massively, right? Yeah, look at this, man. On Friday, 21% in the green, and it started breaking out. I'm not sure if it's because we got word of that insider buy, but yeah, this stock's been on a tear, and obviously it's still down big time from where it was a couple years ago, but it is starting to pick up some momentum. Ticker symbol CLOV over the last couple of weeks, which you can't complain, guys. Not too bad there. So we're getting some big buys in Clover. Let me see what else coming down here. Let's see here, guys. Motor Parts of America, we got some buys there. 100,000 shares, 100,000 shares, 100,000 shares from some directors. Looks like is this Lemonade? Yeah, Lemonade. Oh my God, I forgot about that company in the insurance space. Looks like we got some buys. The CFO bought 15,000 shares at $15 a share, and you guys can see this chart is pretty beaten down. If I hover over the ticker, you guys can see that mini chart there. It's down from $20 to $16. So it looks like he's buying that dip about, let's see, 232,000 shares worth. Not bad. Any other notable names here, guys? Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch here, but the biggest ones we already talked about. Again, some big buys in PBF. And let me see some sales here, guys. Let me see some sales. What are people getting rid of? Oh my goodness, holy smokes, look at this, guys. So Dell, you guys know DELL is the ticker, of course. You guys probably saw the meteoric rise it saw over the last couple of weeks, right? We saw some big selling there from the CEO, which, oh my goodness, the CEO sold, wait a second, 2.8 million shares for $379 million. What the heck? Yeah, he still owns, or she, I don't even know, but they still own 20 million shares, it looks like. But man, that's a big chunk the CEO of Dell just sold out of. Director at Dell sold as well at $149, so they got way closer to the top there than the CEO did. The director sold 163 million shares, and it looks like they sold out of completely of their position. Wait a second here. If I'm reading this correctly, it looks like a Dell director sold out completely on the 20th of June. We had some selling from the president and CEO of Applied Materials. They sold 400,000 shares at $98 million worth. Oh my goodness, guys, at $246 a share. Applied Materials president and CEO sold, so they still own 1.5 million shares, it looks like, but that was a big chunk, 400,000 shares. So yeah, man, oh my goodness. Looks like T-Mobile directors are selling out of shares as well. A bunch of selling there. And we got some sales from the CEO of NVIDIA. Uh-oh. Look at that, guys. Jensen Huang, sorry for the mispronunciation there, but they sold out they've been selling out of NVIDIA. Interesting. On the 21st of June, 13th, 14th, 17th, 18th, 20th. Look at all these sales here, guys, from the CEO of NVIDIA. He's been selling post-split, which he still owns, don't get me wrong, a ton of shares. I mean, gosh, 80 million shares, but he had a lot of sales. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batches of 120,000 shares. So whatever that number is, guys, close to 1 million shares sold. So he sold many millions of dollars of stock over the last week post-split. But of course, he still owns a lot. So I guess he's just locking in profits, not raising money necessarily, but yeah, locking in some profits there. We got some sales from Airbnb, a director there. Looks like they sold 42,000 shares at $150 per share. It looks like Zuckerberg sold some Meta, 16,000 shares of Meta at $503 per share. Micron CEO and president sold 34,000 shares at $150,000 or $150 per share, but they still own a ton of Micron, the CEO and president of Micron. Looks like Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, he sold out of some Google, 22,000 shares at $177 per share, but obviously he still owns millions of shares of Google. So yeah, man, this is interesting actually. The most interesting being, I would say, the big sales from, did I mention Uber? Uber CEO sold about $70 million of stock. He sold 1 million shares. Oh my God, wait a second. 1 million shares? And he still owns 1.2 million. So you're telling me the CEO of Uber sold a ton of their position? That's a bit alarming there. But yeah, I guess I would say the biggest sales here are Dell for sure and NVIDIA. Although the CEO of NVIDIA is not really selling a substantial portion by any stretch of the imagination. It's still interesting though that he's selling out of shares every single day. It seems like post split. So what do you guys think? That was a pretty interesting look at this last week's action in terms of insiders, the buys, the sales that we're seeing. So what do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Pretty interesting to see kind of where the big money is moving, what the insiders are doing, the CEOs of companies, directors, and so forth, right? It's interesting to see kind of what's going on under the hood. We saw some buys, but honestly, I would argue the sales that we saw are even more telling and interesting, considering where we are in this bull market, right? So what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Smash the like button. Do not forget to subscribe as well and get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo. It's free money, each up to $2,000 with at least a $100 deposit. Use that link down below, the QR code right here, or go to StockSurfS.com/Moomoo, guys. Get your money. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you in the next one.